Zoom with us. Is he connected?
I am here.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very
Hi.
much.
How you doing, Deborah?
Good. How are you? It's great to
Uh,
see you. Thank you so
good.
much.
I'm glad to be with you.
Good. So we're going to kick it off with Marcus has some questions for you.
All right.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for
Hey,
taking time
Mark.
out of your busy. Good evening. Thank you for taking time to speak with us today. I just wanted to say how much of an honor it is to speak with you. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, man. You have a smile that lights up a room.
I appreciate that.
We need to hire him, Mayor Hancock.
Yeah, look at that smile.
I have a few questions for you. Your background and the story of your rise as a leader to become mayor of Denver is very well known. But could you tell us about your student exchange experience and how that played a role in your growth?
Oh, man, it was the greatest experience of my life, Marcus. I tell you, I was 15, 16 years old when I heard about the phenomenal program, Sister Cities. Had never been on a plane before. Could not imagine going to Colorado Springs, let alone going to Takayama, Japan. Didn't even know what Takayama, Japan was. Heard about Japan, but didn't know about Takayama, Japan. But in any case, I was urged to do it. I applied, got accepted, didn't have a clue how we were going to pay for it. And I was just fortunate enough to have some wonderful adults who came around me and said, we're going to make sure you get on this trip and you go and enjoy yourself. And I did. Again, the first time I've ever been on a plane was when they flew our group from Denver to San Francisco, from San Francisco to Honolulu, Honolulu to Tokyo. And it was pretty cool. And I tell you that month or so in Tokyo and Takayama, and by way of places like Kyoto and Nara, that I now know are historic places. We didn't know at 16 years old where we were in terms of the history. But it was a phenomenal experience, and one that I look back on today and gave me a profound respect for people of different cultures, a profound respect for opening myself up to learning something new, trying new things like food that I didn't recognize or had never been around, being willing to pick up different languages, and even being mistaken, Marcus, for Michael Jackson. All those experiences happened while I was in Japan.
That's great. That's great. Thank you for that.
You bet.
My last question that I have for you is, how important do you think it is for students to be exposed to the world, and why do you think a global experience matters?
You know what? We live in a global world today. And, when I first did Sister Cities at 16 and then ultimately again at 17, when I was allowed to go to Africa as well, we didn't really understand the importance of being global citizens. But today, through technology, you're growing up in a world that like that globe behind you. I can communicate with someone sitting in Kenya, Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, Africa, or Tokyo, Japan, or Istanbul, as quickly as I'm communicating with you, as easily as I'm communicating with you. And the ability to get around the world. Today, you can fly direct. That flight I took from Denver took me to San Francisco, Honolulu, then Tokyo. I can fly direct from Denver to Tokyo now in 12 hours. And it won't be very long before you're able to fly within an hour from Denver to Tokyo on a spaceship. That's how our world is evolving. And so we want to be competitive, and we want to be, competitive as individuals, but want to be employable and able to give back as greatly as we want to our society. We have to become global citizens. And it starts as young. How old are you, Marcus?
I'm 18.
Man, you look like you're 15. But it starts as young. It starts as young as 15, 16, 17. I mean, as young as we can get them. They need to see the world and know that this world is bigger than them. I was pleased that I was able to send my son to Japan as well at the same age that I was when I went over, and it opened his eyes. He came back a different person. It's amazing that when you leave Denver, you leave the United States, the things you see, the things you experience, how it opens up your eyes and your world to so much more. It makes you better. Let me share this little story with you. I was in Beijing, China, with a group of people from Colorado, and they had allowed us to go into a school and to observe students learning. It was a 7th to 8th grade class. And we stood back behind the class and listened as the teacher taught them their lesson. And you know what they were studying? The chronological order of the presidents of the United States. And the teacher challenged the students to stand up and give the chronological order of the presidents of the United States, from Washington to was it Bush at the time? No, it was Obama at the time. From Washington to Obama, those kids named every president in between. I couldn't do that. Can you do that?
No, I cannot
Okay.
do that.
I could. Can anybody do that? I couldn't do it in chronological order. Those kids did it, and I remember someone in our group raised their hand and said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are you learning this?" And the teacher said, "Well, we'll let one of the students answer." And she called on a student, and the young man stood up and says, "Because we are the next United States of America."
Mm.
Those students were learning about different cultures and different parts of the world, and we need to make sure our young people do the same.
Definitely, definitely. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Those are all the questions I have for you. So,
Man, I have hair envy watching you on camera. I'm just telling you. I used to have hair just like you, Marcus. This is your future, man. I'm just...
Oh no. I'll enjoy it while I have it.
All right, you take care of yourself. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank
Marcus, do you want to tell us about, what you have learned? How has being part of a student exchange program impacted your life?
And where did you go, Marcus?
I went to Brest, France.
All right.
Yes, sir. And it was really amazing. Definitely life-changing.
Yeah.
It opened my eyes and gave me the maturity and independence that I needed to go to college, because I went when I was a junior in high school. And it was one of the first times I'd ever left my family for a long duration of time. And just being submerged into the new culture, and with the host family that I was with and the wonderful people that surrounded me, that experience just changed me and who I am. And it also gave me the leadership that I needed to be able to do this. And the things that I did in my high school, I was blessed with the opportunity to be student body president at my high school, which was an amazing opportunity. And I definitely know from the bottom of my heart that I would not have the courage to even step up and do that if I didn't have, if I wasn't a part of Denver Sister Cities and went on that student exchange trip. So I definitely agree with you in everything that you said. And I definitely agree that going in at a young age and submerging yourself into different cultures and with new people in different environments is definitely important. So
what high school did you attend, Marcus?
I attended Arapahoe High School in Littleton.
Okay. And
Yes, sir.
Anywhere else in France did they take you to explore?
They did, yes. We went to Normandy, we went to Paris, and then we spent most of our duration in Brest. But yeah.
Brest is an awesome place. I was there just a couple of years ago. Pretty special place, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm glad you got a chance to do that. I hope you allow yourself, as you grow through life and through college and then through life, that you allow yourself to travel the world and continue to experience and explore. We're trying to open up the world to Denver by getting direct flights, and it's for people just like you. Okay.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You bet, man. You bet.
Thank you, Mayor, very much.
Hey.
We appreciate that. Thank you,
My
Marcus.
pleasure, Devin. Thanks for what you do for Sister Cities and the entire city. And I see Valerie Kearns up there. I hadn't seen her in years since she left us.
I miss you.
We miss you too, Val. Good to see your face. Keep smiling. All right, everybody, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Bye-bye.
So hopefully, we have so many wonderful students like Marcus and like the mayor who have been part of our program. So loving to continue the conversation over a number of our events, into 2021, because we've got so many students.